Hello and welcome to Mike Hanley Park in Clowneries, Skeeton for the Desmond Cup final of 2019. It's a rather late time in the year to have a Desmond Cup final, the 14th to 12th of July. I suppose circumstances outside of both clubs' control contributed to it being such a late date. Definitely at the moment it's approaching kick-off time and the crowd is rather small compared to this time 2 years ago when both these sides, Glin and Broadford, met in the Desmond Cup final, with Broadford winning 3-2 after extra time. With me today I have John Neenan, who will be my co-commentator. John, your thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, Owen, I suppose it's a bit of an anti-climax, making it very difficult for us commentators when we entered McHanley Park. No programme for the game, rather disappointing, and we never thought we'd be here on the 12th of July playing this game. Broadford surely our favourites. They have many more games played of late than Glin in the league. Glin settled for draws, won all draws in the latter games, and they were big surprise winners though against Abbey Field. But I feel Broadford have the better chance. They won both league games, both in Glin and in Broadford, although suffered a 5-4 defeat in a thrilling League Cup match, with Glin coming out the victors in Glin. It's all set. It's a nice evening here. There's no sunshine. It's ideal for goalkeepers, and we're all set to go now.
Thanks, John. Yeah, Broadford have gone undefeated since that 5-4 defeat in the League Cup. While it is some 2 months since they've beat Rathkeale in the semi-final, they did beat Rathkeale and Abbey Field in the last 3 weeks in their push to win the league title, ultimately losing out to Rathkeale in the last day of the season. We're just getting ready now here for kick-off. As Micheál Brosnan, captain of Broadford, who's likely to be playing his last game for the club for at least 12 months, I see departs for foreign shores to Canada on Sunday morning. To be a great send-off for Micheál if he could raise the Desmond Cup again tonight for a second time. I think, John, would he be the first Broadford captain to lift the cup twice?
Was he captain 2 years ago, Owen? Yes, he would, of course. I think this is their sixth League Desmond Cup final. They have won 3 and lost 2, winning the first in 1989.
We haven't got a list of the teams yet, but I'll just give you the Broadford team as I know it. Garrod Graney is in goals with a back four of Dylan Kelly on the right and Shemi Brosnan on the left. John Paul King and Joseph McAuliffe in the centre. In midfield we have Sean Brosnan on the right and Timmy Larkin on the left, with the big two Micheál Brosnan and Willie O'Brien in the middle, and up front we have Jamie Keane and Darren Murphy. Plenty pace in the two boys up front, and they'll be looking to exploit Glin at the back. Definitely Broadford have the footballing ability, but Glin will play with a bank of 5 and a bank of 4 with a lone striker and try to draw Broadford on and catch them on the break or from free kicks. They're a strong, powerful team. I see Ed Horn is lined out there in the middle of the field for Glin. Big, powerful man. He didn't play the semi-final and well able to play ball. As the game gets underway, with Willie O'Brien looking out to the right hand side out towards Sean Brosnan. Glin cleared out here to the left winger and left back up towards John Paul King. Great win from John Paul King in the air. Good touch from Shawnee Brosnan, and an advantage is given. Shawnee Brosnan wins the free with a late tackle. Clipped his ankle. I think he'll be okay, but Willie O'Brien now with the ball at his feet. He's going to leave it for Dylan Kelly. Dylan, come on. Dylan looking for the ball in, but Ed Horn clears it out. Will they prevent it from going for a corner? Out for a throw ball to Broadford, and we're just after getting the two teams here now. Glin are lining out with Michael Stack in goals, Ty Culhan at right back, James Wallace at left back, Brian O'Donovan and Gary Culhan in the centre, Tommy Culhan, Darren Sheehan, Ed Horn and John Wallace, Paul Sheehan and Shane Culhan. A lot of familiar names there with Culhans and Wallaces. As Broadford win a corner and Timmy Larkin coming short for it, but Micheál Brosnan with the ball at his feet. Micheál now with the first corner of the game for Broadford. No doubt Jim Neenan will have worked in the set pieces. A good ball into the front post, but cleared away by the Glin number 2 out towards Timmy Larkin now with time on the ball out here on the right hand side near us. Timmy plays it to Micheál Brosnan. Micheál Brosnan, dispossessed by Micheál Brosnan with Glin with a chance. John Paul King is beaten for pace as the number 10 for Glin. Takes it past John Paul. It's a dangerous ball in, but Willie O'Brien is there to claim it for Broadford. There's a mix up in the back as Glin are shouting for a handball, but Broadford calmly bring it out of the defence with Sean Brosnan. Intercepted by the number 6 for Glin. And into the middle to Darren Sheehan. Darren Murphy now with a chance of Broadford up to Jamie Keane. Jamie, the 17-year-old, has scored 15 goals in 16 games for Broadford. Back to Darren Murphy. Murphy out to Willie O'Brien, the midfield general. O'Brien takes a turn on the ball. Back out to Darren Murphy. Murphy looks to take him on. The man from Matei, new signing this year for Broadford, with a good block there by James Wallace as the ball goes out for Broadford's second corner. Timmy Larkin and Micheál Brosnan again head out for the corner. Darren Murphy actually is going to take this one with Timmy Larkin in close proximity. Broadford have all the big men up from the back with Joe McAuliffe at the back post. He'll probably be looking for Joe here. That's a poor corner from Darren, but it's out for another corner. Timmy Larkin again looking for the shot. Jim Neenan shouting instructions from the far side as Darren Murphy lines this one up. Again, it doesn't beat the first man. Back out to Darren again. He gets the second bite of the cherry. This time it's a better cross with the keeper claimed it. Michael Stack. Fists it clear and out for another corner. No, free. Free out to Glin. With Micheál Brosnan adjudged to foul Gary Culhan. I'm not sure how many of the Glin team played in 2017. I know that Ty Culhan, the goalkeeper, definitely played, and there was 1, 2, 3. There's probably 6 or 7 of them of the Broadford team. There was the 3 Brosnans: Willie O'Brien, Joe McAuliffe, Dylan Kelly, John Paul King, Timmy Larkin. I make it 9 of the 8 of the Broadford team. I think Patrick Stack was in goals tonight. Patrick, of course, is away through holidays again. Another mishap through the late fixture as Ed Horn and Micheál Brosnan battle for the ball. Brosnan out muscles him, and the ball is cleared out. Look for another corner or throw ball for Broadford out here on the far side. Sean Brosnan looks for the quick one into the feet of Darren Murphy. Murphy plays it back to Sean Brosnan. Brosnan with time to swing it in. It's a good ball from Shawnee Brosnan. Jamie Keane beaten to it by Tommy Culhan. Willie O'Brien dispossesses John Wallace in the middle of the field. John Paul King out here to Dylan Kelly. Willie O'Brien back to Dylan. Dylan all the way back to John Paul King. Big switch is called out to Joe McAuliffe on the left hand side. Shemi Brosnan free out. Joe brings it forward, strides forward with the ball. Plays out to Shemi Brosnan. Brosnan back into Joe again. That's a great ball from Joe McAuliffe with Jamie Keane putting Brian O'Donovan under pressure, and it's out for another throw. John Broadford certainly have all the play in the first 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, they're playing well. Although just there after the game starting, Glin gave a good indication of what they were going to do and went in very hard there on Brosnan.
Ed Horn now with the ball. That's a good ball out here to Shane Culhan. Culhan, ball at his feet. Out the far side, but runs all the way out. He was looking to find Paul Sheehan. It's a throw ball to Broadford now with Shemi Brosnan taking it into his brother Micheál. Micheál looks to take it on. Plays it into the feet of Timmy Larkin, but cleared by Brian O'Donovan. That's a good win in the air from Joe McAuliffe. Out to Micheál Brosnan again. Brosnan wins a throw ball. Broadford really need to get Micheál Brosnan and Willie O'Brien, if they are to be successful tonight. Them two boys need to be dominant in the middle of the field. Timmy Larkin now with the ball at his feet, challenged by James Wallace. That's a good ball in. Darren Murphy now beaten to it by Gary Culhan, out for another throw. Broadford applying a lot of pressure early in this game now, looking to keep the tempo up and hoping to run the legs out of this older Glin team. It's a throw ball into Micheál Brosnan again. Brosnan seen a lot of the ball early. Good dispossession, but Brosnan has a chance to shoot. Cleared out by the centre half, Gary Culhan. Now Paul Sheehan with the ball at his feet, looks to take on Shemi Brosnan. Sheehan clears the ball forward, with John Paul King is there to control the situation. Broadford and King, great header back to, that's a dirty tackle again. Glin are definitely laying down the marker early, that trying to outmuscle this Broadford team, but it's out to Sean Brosnan here now near us. Brosnan with Darren Murphy coming looking for feet. Murphy, poor touch, but worked well out of it, and back to Dylan Kelly. Kelly plays it across to John Paul King. King with time to bring it forward. Abbeyfield are definitely dropping off him, or Glin I should say, definitely dropping off him. Now that's over the head of James Walsh, with Jamie Keane racing out for it, being challenged by Brian O'Donovan. Keane looking to take O'Donovan on. Still with the ball at his feet. Look to play into Micheál Brosnan again. Just out for another Glin ball this time around. There's a notable difference in the pace when the ball goes out of play for a Broadford throw or a Glin throw, that Glin are happy to take their time over to Broadford, looking to keep the tempo up the whole time. James Wallace back towards the keeper now, Ty Culhan. Culhan with the ball at his feet will look to go along with it. Does go along with it towards Ed Horn in the middle of the field. Horn wins it but goes back towards his own goals with it. Timmy Larkin now. It's a good touch from Larkin. Back to Shemi Brosnan. Their claims that it's out. A high foot maybe there now. Darren Murphy now with a chance. Will he have a pot? He will have a pot. Sails over the crossbar. First shot in anger really there for Broadford, but John again, Broadford are on top really all over the field.
Yeah, it's completely Broadford on top. There was an opportunity there, but to just went way over the bar. Just something ironic was Patrick Stack was in goals 2 years ago because Garrod Rainey was injured, and Garrod is in goals this year because Patrick Stack is not available.
Thanks, Dan. Broadford are lucky to have two able goalkeepers like Patrick and Garrod, to be fair to them. Neither of them will bring any considerable weakness to the side, as Ty Culhan looks to go along with this one. Is towards middle of the field again, as number 7 Darren Sheehan wins it in the air. Ed Horn now with the ball at his feet. Most of it by Micheál Brosnan again. Brosnan looks to play to Darren Murphy. Murphy now with time, being challenged by number 3 Brian O'Donovan. Darren Murphy again now. Murphy with a great ball into Sean Brosnan. Sean Brosnan looked with a chance to swing it in, and it's out for another corner for Broadford. I think that's Broadford's 4th corner in the first 10 minutes. Again, Darren Murphy coming out to take it, but Broadford will definitely be looking for a better delivery of these. I don't think any of the corners so far have beaten the man at the near post. Joe McAuliffe and John Paul King stride forward. McAuliffe goes towards the near post. King towards the back. That's a better corner. Joe McAuliffe wins it in the air and narrowly goes over the crossbar. Much better effort from Broadford there. Good ball in from Darren Murphy, and Joe unlucky just to see his header sail over the bar. The crowd is actually after filling up at the far side now in the last 7 or 8 minutes. They were kind of late arriving. There's a lot of Broadford tops, a lot of young lads around with the Broadford colours on them. Hopefully they'll have something to shout about later on, as we wait for Ty Culhan now to take this kick out. That's a good long ball from Ty, with a good win in the air from Willie O'Brien. Great win in the air from Willie O'Brien. Sorry, I'm calling incorrect. The goalkeeper is Michael Stack. As it throws out on the far side with Ty Culhan, he's actually playing right full. Culhan in towards number 10 Paul Sheehan. Sheehan wins it in the air, plays it to his partner in crime, John Wallace. Wallace now looks to take on Shemi Brosnan, and it's out for a first corner for Glin. Now this is where Glin will really look to capitalise. They have a significant height advantage over Broadford, and will look to punish them, as Darren Sheehan will take the corner. The big men for Glin, number 8. Number 8 Horn, and number 2 Ty Culhan. That's a good ball in. It's up in the air. It's John Paul King comes to claim it. Oh! Just over the roof of the net. But John, you definitely saw Glin's threatening from the corners and from set pieces.
Yeah, that was I suppose the nearest. Any of the two teams have come to scoring, and don't gather for 1 minute. But this Glin outfit are dangerous. Sheehan up front there is a man of class and has been performing in the last few weeks.
As Garrod Graney goes towards the middle of the field, Micheál Brosnan's beaten by Tommy Culhan. Great win from John Paul King, plays with Willie O'Brien, plays it out here to the right hand side, out near us with Sean Brosnan into the feet of Darren Murphy. Murphy seeing a lot of the ball early, out muscled there by the Glin centre half. Well, that's well done. Number 7, Darren Sheehan, plays it back to James Wallace. Wallace with a hopeless ball up towards John Paul King, and Joe McAuliffe have loads of time on the ball. McAuliffe again now, Dylan Kelly plays it back into the middle to McAuliffe. McAuliffe looks to come forward, goes backwards again and towards John Paul King. King with a long ball out here towards Shemi Brosnan. Shemi beaten in the air. Willie O'Brien will go to Ed Horn, up muscles. Willie O'Brien lives in the foot in late. Out towards Sean Brosnan. Sean Brosnan double teamed. Possibly a foul there, but now with the Glin with a chance to counter. And that's great reading of the play from Joe McAuliffe. McAuliffe in towards Darren Murphy. Murphy, sloppy passing from Broadford is costing him at times here, but the good dive in there now from Gary Culhan. That's great. Well done, Darren Murphy. Great stuff from Darren Murphy there to close down the Glin men. Now James Wallace with the throw ball for foul throw, surely. Yeah. Not something you'd expect to see at this level of the game. Dylan Kelly now with the throw for Broadford, plays it up towards Sean Brosnan. Brosnan with a touch into the middle of the field, but Ed Horn clears it away. Now with dangerous ball, but no. Garrod's Graney's ball all day long. Garrod will look to play it quick as Broadford look to keep the tempo up. Garrod goes long with it. It's coming towards Darren Murphy. Ed Horn again wins it in the air. Ed Horn seems to be dominating a lot in the air. With Joe McAuliffe likewise at the other end for Broadford with the ball at his feet. Shemi Brosnan goes tearing up on his outside. Brosnan now with a good ball up to now, intercepted by Tommy Culhan as the ball is out for another throw for Broadford. Shemi Brosnan into the feet of Timmy Larkin. Larkin no good there as Glin, that's a good ball in towards Darren Murphy. Murphy again looking threatening every time he's on the ball. Glin are leaving the foot in the whole time. Micheál Brosnan comes in maybe high, got away with it. Willie O'Brien is beaten to it by Shane Culhan. Culhan out towards Paul Sheehan. Paul Sheehan out and back to Culhan again. Great tackle from Joe McAuliffe, plays it safely back to Garrod Graney. Graney plays it out towards Dylan Kelly. Kelly with the ball at his feet and plays it onto his midfield general Willie O'Brien. O'Brien with a ball to feet of Jamie Keane. Keane with a good first touch. Back to Willie O'Brien. O'Brien looks to find Darren Murphy. Darren Murphy out muscled by Gary Culhan. Culhan looks for help behind him. Back towards Ed Horn in the middle of the field. That's a Glin ball. Again, Glin in no panic to take it. He'd want to watch the foul throw this time now though. He doesn't. And that's out for the Broadford ball. As linesman Paul O'Brien signals here as John Paul King retrieves the ball for Dylan Kelly to take the throw. Dylan looking up the field now. Ed Horn is standing in the middle. Anything near him he will claim in the air. And there is Horn waiting for it in the middle. Darren Sheehan, but all the way back again by Willie O'Brien back towards Garrod Graney. Graney with a ball into the middle. But no one there for Broadford as at the fullback, Ty Culhan. But he's sloppy header from Culhan with Timmy Larkin. Surely a free there, it is indeed. Again, Broadford will have a set piece worked out here as Shane Culhan prevents it, but he plays a quick out towards Dylan Kelly. Kelly with Min in the middle. Micheál Brosnan coming in at the back post, but it's all the way to Timmy Larkin, probably the smallest man in the field, is beaten in the air by Ty Culhan. Out to Shemi. Shemi swings it, dangerous ball in, touch from Jamie Keane with a chance. But goalkeeper, easy for goalkeeper Michael Stack. Stack now with taking his full allotted 7 seconds, rolls the ball out to go long again. Aimed towards Paul Sheehan. It goes towards Sheehan. Sheehan wins it in the air with a good touch. John Wallace wins a free off of John Paul King. Another dangerous situation here for Broadford now. Glin very, very efficient at converting their set piece chances, as was proved in the 92nd minute of the semi-final against Abbeyfield when they equalised in normal time after going on and then went on to win in penalties. James Wallace now over on the far side getting ready to take this. The big men are into the middle again with John Paul King picking up Ed Horn, Joe McAuliffe picking up Tycho Hand. That's a dangerous ball in all the way to Garrod Graney, and it's over for a corner. Wallace is a very good delivery of the ball, but this time it's going to be Gary Culhan who's going to take this one. Broadford haven't been all that convincing at defending these set pieces early on, and have another one to deal with now. As 17 minutes have elapsed, Glin slowly but surely beginning to come into the game after Broadford dominated early proceedings. Culhan with a dangerous swinging ball in. Ed Horn wins it in the air, just over Garrod Graney's crossbar, but John, there's no doubt Glin are very threatening from set pieces.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to nearest any of the two teams have come to scoring. And for a moment, I thought that ball was in the back of the net. Very dangerous on the set pieces, take them very well. And Ed Horton there in the middle of the field, he's a big, big man, and he's extremely dangerous.
As Garrod Graney goes long again, and Horn wins it in the air again in the middle of the field. There's surely a free for Broadford there. There is indeed, as Shemi Brosnan was fouled by John Wallace. Joe McAuliffe takes a quickie out towards Micheál Brosnan. Brosnan up towards Timmy Larkin. Larkin looked to plays it into middle into Jamie Keane. Good tackle from Brian O'Donovan as the ball is up here towards James Wallace. Wallace plays it out to Shane Culhan. Culhan now with a chance to take on Dylan Kelly. Culhan cuts inside with a poor pass. Oh, it's a good pass. But a dangerous ball in, but Joe McAuliffe clears it comfortably. But again, Horn is here in the middle of the field. Poor touch from Horn. Timmy Larkin, well done, dispossesses it. Micheál Brosnan plays it back out towards Darren Murphy. Murphy slides by John Wallace. Murphy still with the ball at his feet, plays it up the wing towards Timmy Larkin. Larkin with a good touch towards Willie O'Brien. O'Brien looking for Micheál Brosnan down the wing, but is dealt with Gary Culhan. Back to Michael Stack. Stack into the middle. No one in the middle, and Darren Sheehan probably had time to take it down there. Out towards Willie O'Brien. O'Brien with a cross in, but ably dealt with by Jason Wallace. And Ed Horn adds it on. And that's a good touch out here again to Shane Culhan. Culhan with a chance to take him on. Great tackle, very, very well done from Dylan Kelly. And Kelly is in again and surely wins a free. He does too, as Darren Sheehan has a bit of a kick out at Dylan Kelly. Poor ball now from Willie O'Brien, but it might turn out for something it won't. That's a dangerous ball from Glin, but James Wallace deals with it. That's a great jump from Joe McAuliffe, but it's out towards John Wallace. Wallace with a good ball. No, too far. Joe McAuliffe is back there again to deal with it. McAuliffe, good ball up towards Shemi Brosnan. Shemi Brosnan into John Paul King. King leaves it to Willie O'Brien. O'Brien looks for help. Plays it back towards John Paul King. King in no panic. That's a good searching ball, but Sean Brosnan won't make it. It runs all the way into Michael Stack. Stack again takes his time over delivering the kick out. He's taken a lot of the 7 seconds that's allowed. That's a good ball up towards the middle though. But it's two Broadford men in the middle of the field. Willie O'Brien had time to take it down, didn't, towards Shane Culhan. Darren Sheehan, Ed Horn again wins it in the middle of the air. Well dispossessed by John McAuliffe. Sean Brosnan now with the header. That's a good touch for Micheál. Micheál Brosnan now towards Darren Murphy. Murphy with a great touch. Micheál Brosnan won the free after he was fouled. Willie O'Brien, quick ball towards Shawnee Brosnan. Shawnee Brosnan will look for Darren Murphy. Murphy with a chance to... great ball in for Sean Brosnan. Sean Brosnan with a chance. Plays it back to Micheál. Oh! As it sails wide. That had goal written all over it, John. A bad miss, really.
That was a goal all over. Well done by Sean Brosnan, but Brother Micheál didn't put the finishing touches. It certainly the best chance of the game. And if Broadford can keep making those chances, yeah, a goal should come.
Yeah, Broadford are definitely seeing success down this right hand side with Sean Brosnan and Darren Murphy pulling out from the middle out to the right hand side to create an overlap. But the game goes on as Willie O'Brien and Ed Horn battle in the middle of the field. Horn wins it. Back towards Shane Culhane. Culhane now again with the ball at his feet. Looks to play. Oh, great touch from Dylan Kelly. Now out to Sean Brosnan. Sean Brosnan back towards Willie O'Brien. O'Brien with a good ball into the middle of the field. Jamie Keane with a good touch. Takes it under control. Takes 2 touches. And Jamie turns his man. Well done, Jamie Keane. Now Micheál Brosnan. That's a great ball for Timmy Larkin. Just will he get there? Larkin. No, Michael Sack is out to claim his. Just unfortunately that if Timmy Larkin had another couple of inches on him, he would have got a touch in that and brought it under control. Broadford putting Stack under pressure. But again, it goes all. Wallace misses it, but a good touch from Paul Sheehan. Oh, shoot, could have been a free there. There is a free to Glin. Another opportunity for Glin to capitalise now from a set piece as Darren Sheehan prepares to take this. No, Gary Culhane is going to take it as Broadford have a 3-man wall for Garrod Graney. Just Timmy Larkin standing out around 20 yards out as Brian O'Donovan enters the box. That's a great ball in again, but again Ed Horn dominant in the air. I think, John, that's his 3rd header after winning inside from set pieces now.
Yeah, as we said before, the set pieces for the Glin win, there's an awful danger that we'll score a goal from it. But Broadford well settled down and winning a lot of the ball in the centre of the field, and the management should be well pleased.
As this ball, Garrod Graney out towards the wing. That's a good touch from Sean Brosnan. Dylan Kelly just a bit long. Gary Culhane. Ed Horn, good dispossessed from Willie O'Brien. O'Brien pushes Darren Murphy out of the way and back towards Dylan Kelly. Kelly now with time plays it back towards John Paul King. King now looks to go down this right hand side. Timmy Larkin coming across. Well done, Timmy. Great pressure from Timmy Larkin. Put Culhane under pressure and another corner for Broadford. Darren Murphy again comes out to take this one. Murphy with Timmy Larkin standing closely by. Apply to draw 2 Glin men out of the ball. It's a poor one again though. It doesn't beat the first man and it's out for another corner. Possibly could have been a free out there for a tackle by Willie O'Brien. Again, Murphy will definitely be looking to improve on his delivery in this one. Murphy doesn't beat the first man again. It's out for another corner. There's a notable difference in the quality of the deliveries from Broadford and Glin. And Broadford will definitely look. Willie O'Brien is coming out to take this one, I think. He's had enough and decides to take over. O'Brien on the left foot now. Will be aiming for John Paul King, Joe McAuliffe. That's a great ball. Just bobbling around and Glin just clears it with a bit of panic. Out towards Sean Brosnan. Brosnan with Paul Sheehan closing him down. Shemmy Brosnan high into the air. The Timmy Larkin. Just ball touch. Poor touch from Larkin. Just didn't get control of the ball. Well on Timmy Larkin putting on great pressure. Well on Timmy. And now Darren Murphy with a chance. Plays it into the feet of Jamie Keane. Keane. Back to Willie O'Brien. O'Brien. Plays it to Keane again. Keane. And out towards Timmy Larkin. Larkin now with a chance to swing it in. That's a great ball. Jamie Keane at the back post wasn't. Well on Shemmy Brosnan. Broadford. Glin have a chance to counter here now. With Darren Sheehan. Sheehan elects to take it back out towards the fullback Ty Culhane. Culhane with a long ball but a poor ball and safely into the hands of Garrod Graney. Garrod gets on with it quickly out towards John Paul King. King out to Joe McAuliffe. McAuliffe looks to find Jamie Keane. Great touch from Keane. And now has a chance to counter. It's a great ball in. Timmy Larkin has a chance. Timmy Larkin. Great goalkeeping from Michael Sack there. Very quick off his line. He had to be alert. If Timmy Larkin got any touch to it at all, there could have been a penalty or definitely a certain goal. Brosnan now with the ball at his feet. Oh, late tackle, no free. Glin are definitely leaving the foot in at times, trying to physically dominate this Broadford team. Out for the throw ball now for Glin as Shamey Brosnan prepares to take it. Shamey goes long towards Darren Murphy. Murphy is all over the place today. And out for another Broadford throw. Again, Shamey Brosnan looking to take it. Plays it back to the older brother, Micheál. Micheál takes on the Glin defence and plays it back to John Paul King. King with Dylan Kelly pulling up wide. Dylan points the other way. He goes back out towards Joe McAuliffe. McAuliffe with time on his hands. That's a poor ball in from Joe as it's easily clear with Brian O'Donovan. John Paul goes in. John Paul, great play from John Paul King. Back towards Shawnee Brosnan. Willie, great stuff. Back to Dylan Kelly. Kelly looked to play to Joe McAuliffe. McAuliffe with a long ball forward. Just that bit too long. Again, Michael Stack with the ball at his feet, taking his time. 27 minutes gone. There's been chances on both sides, but Micheál Brosnan probably with the best of them. And Ed Horn has had 3 chances from set pieces. We speak about Horn, but Brosnan beats him in the air this time. That's a good battle in the middle of the field. Brosnan is dominating on the ground while Horn is probably having the better of it in the air. Now Ty Culhan prepares to take the throw for Glin as he plays it forward to Paul Sheehan. Sheehan goes touch off Shamey Brosnan now for another throw. I don't know if they have a Rory Delap in their ranks to bomb this in towards the penalty spot, but Ty Culhan will give it a go on him. Plays it towards Ed Horn and John Paul King. King with a touch this way. Joe up in the air. King again wins it in the air. Paul Sheehan climbs all over the back of Micheál Brosnan to win a free out for Broadford. Broadford just slowing down the pace a bit now. As we approach the half-hour mark. 2 evenly matched sides with Broadford having the best of it on the ground, but Glin are creating chances from set pieces. Brosnan now with the ball in the middle of the field, back towards John Paul King. King gives it away towards Wallace. Shane Culhan. Well done, John Paul King. Tommy Culhan in the middle of the field for Glin. Plays it out towards number 9, John Wallace. But Shamey Brosnan dispossesses and up towards Darren Murphy. Murphy now with Shamey Brosnan with acres of space to run into, with Jamie Keane in the middle and Sean Brosnan coming in from deep. That's a good ball in. Jamie Keane, raises high, just misses it. Sean Brosnan still with a chance of Broadford. Back towards Willie O'Brien. O'Brien on the will surely bring it back to the left foot. Now Sean Brosnan back towards Micheál. Micheál beats Ed Horn. Beats surely a free there, given away by Tommy Culhan, and maybe a yellow card. It is indeed a yellow card. Brosnan's gone down holding his ankle. He'll probably be okay, but Broadford getting time on the ball and looking to create the chance. They're just that final pass is leaving them down at times, but hopefully the opening will come. This will probably suit Willie O'Brien on his left foot. Darren Murphy also standing over it. Micheál can't be too bad as they haven't called for the medics to come in from the far side. Darren Murphy looks like he's shaping up to take it. The man from Hete, his brother was playing for Abbeyfield in the semi-final, so we could have had a sibling rivalry, not to mention that Broadford legend Ray Lynch was also playing for Abbeyfield. It could have been a very interesting final if Glin were here, or if Abbeyfield were here, as Willie O'Brien now looks to take it. O'Brien with a great effort, just a couple of feet over the crossbar. But really, John, they have to be testing the keeper from there.
Yeah, that was way off, but that yellow card for Culhan was well deserved. Glin have been very cynical and on a free ratio. I think Glin have given away many more frees than Broadford have, and I thought it was time that Eugene Noonan took out his yellow card and flashed it. Still, this game has never got to life. It's moving on, but